So today is the day, you guys, that I have been both looking forward to and dreading. It is the day we figure out how to set the environment. It's not intuitive. It will make this whole scene look gorgeous. It will make the scene, but figuring out all these different little bars and stuff and what the colors actually affect drove me nuts. The first thing that you really should do, which I will eventually figure out, is to pick one that you already kind of like from the settings. And then from there, tweak. Because you'll have an example of what the heck these things are doing based off of the one that you like. You're like, oh, I like the haze density. And I see that they've set this to the middle and that they have the horizon set to this, etc., etc. But just figuring it out on your own, at least me, endlessly frustrating. It seems so haphazard why these things work the way they do. There we go. Now I'm going through. Which one do I like? And I want to do a whole sequence. Like I don't want it just to be permanently daytime or evening or nighttime. I want a whole day-night cycle. So I need to figure out a daytime and a nighttime and the evening and morning in between. So I really liked that fog. I don't know if you noticed that. All right, so now I'm setting a whole bunch of different things. I have sky night, sky day, sky morning. And I have not learned my lesson. There we go. I'm skipping ahead. So I really wanted that moonlight look. So the nighttime is still bright. We're doing like Skyrim nighttime, right? It should still be kind of bright with the moonlight going on. Here I'm going back and forth between daytime and nighttime. And the thing that bugs me is you'll see is the sun and the moon just kind of bounce back once they hit the middle. That's not what I want. I want a full day cycle. I want it to go over the sky in a smooth transition. And I could not figure out how to do that. So watching that? Watch. Yeah, bounce, bounce. It's behind it, who cares? But above the sky, it does the same thing. Couldn't figure it out. So I take a break from that. All right, you get frustrated. There's always something else you can focus on for a little bit. That's what we're doing. I decided I need more land impact. I'm gonna wanna decorate further. So what I do is I go through the trees, and any tree that is over 5 land impact, we're getting rid of. We're gonna replace it with a cheaper tree. So that's what I'm doing. Get rid of that one. 5, 2, 2, 2. All right, so we're finding trees again. I'm not using the HUD this time because I exhausted all the trees I liked in that HUD. So I'm seeing what else I have. That one was okay once you took that transparency off. But I mean, it's still 5 land impact, so no good. What's the point of replacing with another 5 land impact? This one, 6, not good. This one, also 6, not good. This one, also 6. Come on, guys. This one's 3, and it's huge. Okay, we can work with this. So if we shrank it a little bit, it should be even smaller, right? 2? Yes, yes. All right, and it's a completely different tree. More variety. Yes, that's what we want. So I'm just plugging them into all the places I had taken trees out of. Gives it more of a European look, I assume. More fantasy base. I don't know if that's real. That's just in my mind. This looks more like a fantasy European looking thing. And especially with those birds in the background, it looked great. I fall in love. You see that land impact? But it was a lot worse before then. Just doing a lot of minor tweaks and adjustments here with the coloring. You saw with the lighting, the shininess isn't helping me out here. Yeah, see, blends right in. And then you add shininess, it goes real dark. So, Ayla, just get rid of the shininess. There we go. Again though, something's missing. Don't know what happened to it. And I'm pretty sure either I made it invisible or it shot somewhere weird in the parcel. So I went into wireframe mode so I could see through all my objects. And there it is, way underneath me. I don't know how I shot it down there, but thank God it didn't shoot off like horizontally into somebody else's parcel. Just inchworm that back up. Take it out of wireframe mode. Gotta take off that shininess. Look at that, beautiful. All right, and also I noticed my girl was floating for some reason. It turns out it was that land piece. For whatever reason, yeah, it has me hovering way beyond it. So that gets put into Phantom. And I bet you I have that connected to a bunch of other things. Okay, I'm back to figuring out the wind light stuff. All I could glean from context clues in that settings window is that it controls the movement of the sun and the moon. I don't know what it means, so what do? You Google it. So I'm Googling it right here. The actual description of azimuth maybe wasn't that helpful. So I'm like, well, what about Second Life azimuth? And it says, in Second Life, the east angle controls the horizontal location of the sun or moon in the sky. The east angle changes the azimuth of the sunrise clockwise relative to map east. For example, at a setting of 0.5, the sun will rise in the west. Okay, I don't know how to apply that. So I try using Google's generative AI, and it's not helpful either. So I'm experimenting again. We'll plug it in the day-night cycle again. And see, look in the movement. Yeah, okay, it's going along the edges. Okay, we'll just have permanent morning-evening cycles. Okay, and then the sun goes to the top. I want it to go north to south, right? Just straight north to south. That's all I want, just a smooth path. It refuses. So I'm back to researching. I watch a video, how to convert azimuths to bearings. This did not help me in the least. So I'm back to experimenting. I'm just playing with, what if I put 90? What if I put 270 degrees? And it does put it at the different points, north, east, west, south, but it doesn't, I still can't get the sun and moon to move on a smooth path over the sky. It will always bounce. I was like, well, what if I just do evening and morning? Nope, it just circles around the edge. It doesn't go over you. So I watch another video specifically from Second Life about the EEP. Not helpful at all. So I watch another video, and this one's again about the EEP, and it's like, okay. And they're give an example, and look at this. Do you see that? They also have a bouncing problem with their sky. And if they're advertising their EEP, where the clouds and the sun will just bounce around and there's no smooth transition, what hope do I have? This is clearly not a concern of theirs. So I have to accept that it shouldn't be a concern of mine. So I just let it go. All right, we're just gonna have a little bit of bounce. Shouldn't notice because these day-night sequences take forever. I will be greatly speeding them up. As you see, I have what's like 20 day-night cycles in one day. But yeah, so you don't really notice it too badly. the shadows shifting. There's no clear bounce. There is, but it's not as noticeable. So now I'm like, okay, I've accepted this is my day-night cycle. How do I make it the shared environment setting for my parcel? And so I'm Googling that, and that took me a few tries as well. Unlike Winlight, environment preset settings you wish to modify inventory assets. In other words, they live in your inventory. Yeah, I got press button. Many Winlight settings have been converted to environment presets. Change your Winlight. You will find them or find environment settings. Select today, right click as far as extras, modify the environment settings throughout the session. Apply to yourself. Done the settings inventory, edit, modify at desired, save or save as. Reapply yourself if you wish to use it now. Okay, you right click on the environmental setting, you go to apply to parcel, and it's applied to your parcel. What I couldn't figure out after that was why it kept resetting after I would get out of my inventory. And what I figured out, you click that little X next to personal lighting, and that fixed it. It did say on that, it did say you clear your personal lighting. It just didn't click with me. So I figured it out. Yay! To celebrate, I go do some 50 Linden Friday shopping. Keep in mind this is 5 months ago, so some of this may look familiar. Couldn't help but join the wacky flaily tube guy dance with my own. It just felt good. I finally finished the Winlight thing that I had been dreading so much. I did like this thing. I did end up getting this thing too. I have not used it since getting it. I don't know where I could write it. I definitely couldn't write it on my own parcel. It's way too small. You guys would remember those nails, right? So yeah, my work is done. In the 5 months since I have recorded this, I have done some additional decorating, which wouldn't matter to you because you didn't see most of my decorating anyways because of my my recording failing on me. So tomorrow I'm gonna walk through and show you how I ended up decorating. I also added some lighting, and I'll show you how I did the lighting real quick. But it should be an easy peasy video. If you stuck with me this far, thanks. I really appreciate it. I did enjoy sharing my frustrating creative process with y'all. You have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.